Dangerously in Love, an article by Wadzanai Chiuriri for MyZimDialogue.com. One simply cannot ignore the striking trend of mistresses being blatantly violated and assaulted by the wives of their lovers for interfering with their marriages. Side chicks being discovered and punished through violent attacks by the main chicks has become a common read. As I read through one of the recent incidents, I found myself asking these questions. Why would any woman want to be a side chick? Should the man not be the one being brutally attacked for dishonoring his vows? How can we deal with such issues? In trying to answer these very important questions, I realize there are bigger underlying issues to be discussed. So here goes. Lightly defined, a side chick is a mistress to a married man and the main chick is the wife of the man. Side chicks in Zimbabwe are also well known as small houses. Violent acts against them are not considered as flagrant by many who feel that they deserve it for having interfered with another woman's marriage. Then one naturally wonders why these women are willing to be small houses. In most cases, it is for financial stability, as small houses are taken care of by their lovers. And the story about a small house that was brutally attacked in Harare last week, the accused woman is said to have had a house built for her mother by her married boyfriend. Other women have openly expressed that it is the only means of survival available to them, as they do not have jobs, neither can they find alternative means of survival. This is reflective of the fact that some women are still not truly empowered, as they are still exposed to a harsh economic climate that keeps them needing to finding a means to survive. But why beat her up? Is she in a my guru's house? What women forget is that Zimbabwean men are polygamous by nature. Very few are without a small house. Comments one reader on a similar reported incident on Harare. This helps us to answer the second question. Why do married men want to engage in expensive and potentially volatile relationships? Our culture has both explicitly and implicitly taught that men are generally unable to stay with just one woman for life. In the past, polygamous relationships were even encouraged as a sign of wealth and masculinity. In the modern day society, polygamous relationships have evolved into small houses. Men are still hiding behind the excuse that they are designed to be with more than just one partner. In other cases, men complain of their wives not looking after themselves and hence causing them to go out to look for alternatives. So a consensual, mutually beneficial relationship begins. It is when the unfortunate happens, which is usually inevitable, that the wife discovers this extramarital affair that the drama unfolds. The manner in which many of these women choose to confront the issue is not only disturbing, it is yet another symptom of a cancer that is grown in women from generation to generation. Women are still unwilling or unable to confront their cheating spouses, but would rather settle the score with their rivals. The wife is equally as financially dependent on the husband as the side chick is, and therefore she cannot afford to lose her breadwinner, so rather her competition. Additionally, it is hard for the married woman to raise a case against her husband, as women are often told to expect and accept such behavior. She is more likely going to receive the backing of society in bashing the small house rather than her own husband. Fair enough, the wife has been a victim of emotional abuse, but who is her abuser? Who should be punished and how? The law of Zimbabwe and other countries as well allows for spouses to sue the side lover in an extramarital affair. It would seem that they agree with the position of casting blame on the small house for breaking down the marriage, and the reverse should the wife be cheating. Fair enough, the wife has been a victim of emotional abuse, but who is her abuser? Who should be punished and how? The law of Zimbabwe and other countries as well allows for spouses to sue the side lover in an extramarital affair. It would seem that they agree with the position of casting blame on the small house for breaking down the marriage, and the reverse should the wife be cheating. I personally do not think the side chick is the abuser. She is not bound by any moral or legal obligation to honor the commitment made by her boyfriend to another woman. I know I may sound callous, but it is the truth. I do not condone extramarital affairs, but I do think that mistresses should not be held responsible for disintegrating a marriage which they made no commitment to respect on any grounds. Finding a specific person to blame will be harder than finding the root causes of this phenomenon. It is undoubtedly a subject that needs to be discussed in the gender discourse as it emanates from gendered cultures and behaviors that result in violence against and between women. In other cases, women have attacked their husbands and have even gone as far as committing murder. It really is saddening and retrogressive to women's empowerment as they are continually disempowered at every stage of this phenomenon. One woman went as far as dumping a dead dog at the door of her rival with the message, "Siana ne murume wangu, leave my husband alone." I imagine it must be as traumatizing to this wife to have to carry the dead animal, and probably she may have had to kill it herself. She punishes herself in her desperate attempts of trying to punish the side chick, in my opinion. There are many different opinions held on this subject, and it is my hope that we begin to discuss this issue objectively to try and find a proper solution to deal with it. What is causing these affairs to exist? Should they be allowed to freely exist? Who should be blamed for the affair? Should side chicks be protected by the law? What are your thoughts? How would you handle this?
Go.
Read more articles on www.myzimdialogue.com. Join the discussion on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at MyZimDialogue.